School is something that many of us take for granted. In America, not only is school free for all, it is mandatory. However, this is not the case everywhere. According to the United Nations, only 1 in 6 countries will achieve the universal secondary school completion target by 2030. Unfortunately, not many children value education as much as they should, with the children who are lucky enough to learn being forced to do so under unfortunate conditions. If we continue without change to help these children without education, an estimated 84 million children will be out of school by 2030, if by either their own hand or an external factor. While the United States has school that is free for all, other countries do not have that luxury. Children like Jonathan Mappa work hard in order to collect the money necessary to afford school. With this child in particular, gathering trash from dangerous neighborhoods in order to save up for a device that would allow him to join a remote learning class. Only 53% of students in 2021 actually completed their upper secondary school. This is barely half of all students. This disappointing percentage is something that needs to be changed. In order to successfully change the amount of children enrolling in and completing school, the previous problems of dropouts and high prices must be managed. Our solution is simple: make school mandatory and free for every student across the globe. To make school free, we would need an estimated $5.9 billion US. Making school mandatory would allow every child across the globe to get an education. People would not be allowed to drop out of school unless there are specific circumstances that will go through the individual schools. At the USA.org, 1.2 million high school students in the U.S. education drop out. The U.S. Bureau of Labor shows that the unemployment rate of dropouts is 47%. Across the globe, over 250 million elementary-aged students are out of school. These numbers are absurd, and making school free and mandatory will help these numbers. 79 countries force parents to pay for their children to go to school. In poverty-stricken countries, this is almost impossible for parents to avoid. Parents are too focused on their children's surviving to ensure the children are thriving. Many of us take education as a right, but for many it is a privilege they do not have. Making school mandatory and free will allow children across the globe to get an education they need to help their families and their countries.